Greetings, Ethan.
Okay. Um,
Hey, may I, if you do not already cover this in your presentation, would you please tell me how Three Ducks design was named?
yeah, definitely. So
Okay.
I didn't go over that in the presentation, but it's three-dimensional, and then the UX stands for user experience.
Ah,
So we came up with three ducks, and then design just sounded nice with it.
okay.
Yeah. So let's share this. Can you see that?
Yes,
Perfect.
we can.
So my name is Ethan Klein. I'm a senior at Fairfield Ward High School in Connecticut, and I'm the co-founder of Three Ducks Design, an architectural modeling system that supports STEM education globally. So I'm going to introduce you to Nadia, Rose, and Smith. So these are three children from the Cayenne orphanage in Haiti. Last Christmas, we worked with these students, and life is pretty tough for them, and they often lose hope because they don't have access to basic resources or a quality of an education. So ever since my sister and I were really young, we loved playing with cardboard boxes. We would build forts, houses, car ramps, doll houses, pretty much anything you can imagine. And we just thought we were playing at the time, but looking back, we were actually learning a lot. We were learning the basic concepts to geometry and physics. But learning in the classroom is often boring. So it looks like this. So for me, geometry was pretty challenging. I would never understand where I would actually use it in real life. And then looking back, I realized that everything we did with cardboard, we'd cut shapes. That was the basics to geometry. So we thought that learning in a hands-on environment would be a lot more fun than learning in a standard classroom. So 3 years ago, my sister Ayana and I launched Three Ducks Design with a vision to inspire learners and creators in every child. We don't believe that STEM requires complex tools or expensive equipment. And this is why we created a product made out of the most ubiquitous material on earth, which is cardboard, and a bunch of cheap connectors that you can buy from us. So cardboard is common, so everyone can get it. You can find it pretty much anywhere, which is why that's our main material. So with our design challenges that we've created, students can learn both at home with our kits or in the classroom. We have classroom kits that support a lot of kids, which I'll show you in the next slide. So the top kits are what we sell to mainly houses, so kids can pretty much build whatever they want at home. But we also have larger kits for schools and the new Go Packs, which allow kids to bring their materials to and from classrooms, so they don't have to share with COVID. So we like to foster the four-step thinking process, which is first imagining, then designing, and then creating, and then sharing again. And then you can keep going over and over again until kids learn, and it's a good 21st century skill. Okay. So like 3D spatial thinking, critical problem solving, geometry, STEM concepts, along with the 21st century human skills of creativity, collaboration, and communication are pretty important now. So that's what we like to teach. So right now we're in over 1,000 classrooms in 15 countries, and we're still expanding a lot. We like to support kids from around the world, and we do like to donate product and have it used wherever we can. So this is a third grade class in Renton, Washington, who enjoyed the Busy Bee challenge that we made. Yeah, so they made a pollinator pathway and used it to they designed a pollinator pathway to help support bees in their urban environment. And that teacher left us with some great feedback. She said, let me just find the quote. Thanks to your company, our students engineer new creations just in their spare time. Your products have opened doors to deeper and abstract engineering concepts that even 8-year-olds can grasp. I cannot thank you enough. So these are some more kindergarten students in the countryside village, and they were excited to present their story about Costa Rican life and their culture and it's all shared on our live interactive map on our website. By sharing their ideas with the global audience, they also learned of art, communication, storytelling, all skills that are important in today's world. So these are some students that we worked with in Benin, a smaller country in Northern Africa. So these students shared their rich culture and traditions, creating a new model of the Voodoo Night Watchman, which is the spirit you see on the screen. So they wanted to share that even though they look scary, they're really important to their culture. And through this platform that we've created, we have been able to inspire children to connect globally, which is one vision we see for the world. So these are some more pictures of the students we worked with in Haiti. It was a great learning experience for my sister who went there. Unfortunately, I had to be in school at that time, but it was she had a great time and she learned a lot about new perspectives on culture and how people live around the world. So with the pandemic leaving millions of children out of schools, parents and caregivers are struggling to support their children with educational needs. So we invented the Go Packs, which are small kits that students can take to and from school. But we've also been doing Zoom classrooms online where students can interact with one another while still being socially distanced. And they have a great time doing that. And it's a great educational experience. So these are some of the remote classrooms, remote classes we've done. And we've noticed that students have a 70% increase in STEM skills after taking our classes. And they really have a great time doing them. So this is the rest of my team. So my sister, my mom, and I are all co-founders. And then we have a few other people who have helped us a lot over the past 3 years. Danny Briere, for example, he's the head of the National Invention Convention. And we've worked with him pretty closely. And yeah. So by giving children globally tools to imagine, design, and create a better tomorrow, the possibilities are endless. We love working with students, and I'd love to continue to do so in the future. So I'll finish off this presentation with some words from this 5-year-old named William. Here you go.
I love free design because I love building everything I really want every day.
Wow, that was adorable.
So if you have any other questions, I'd be happy to answer, and feel free to take a look at our website. If you have any questions about ordering products or how to get it into schools around you, I'd be happy to answer.
So you guys have done, I've known Marcy for a bit now, and I didn't know about all the travels you've done and all of the work that you've done abroad. That's some incredible things you're doing.
Thank you.
It's very nice. My son, Max, who you might have seen earlier if you were watching PT Reptiles, built a house out of your supplies, and I sent a picture of it to Connie the other day. It was an arm house. I'm like, what is an arm house? And he goes, it's an arm you could carry around on your house. And he used the big windows for his armholes, and he carried it around the house for a while. So, they think of things I certainly would never have thought of myself. And it's really neat to have, you know, we all have cardboard sitting around, but to think what you can really do with it when you sit down and really work with it. I very much appreciate being introduced to the product, and Max loves it. You did good work. Good presentation, Ethan.
Thank you.
So can I say something too? So it's interesting from the last discussion to Ethan's, and you know, how Ayana and Ethan, who started this company, used creativity, problem solving along the pathway to the success of their company. What they don't always talk about in talks is all of the failures along the way and all of the pivots. So the whole design thinking process that we've built into the lesson plans that we use, Ayana and Ethan have experienced firsthand by starting, you know, trying one thing and then that didn't work, coming back and swirling around and trying again until they get to a successful outcome. And that's happened probably, what, Ethan, like 10,000 times during the course of the last 3 years.
Ethan, we have a question from YouTube if you have time to answer one for us. It's from Arturo Mendez. And he said, Ethan, what is your most rewarding experience? What are your future plans for 3 Ducks design? And congratulations.
So the most rewarding experience with 3 Ducks, it's hard. I would say seeing it being used in multiple countries. Like the first time we sent something overseas, it was just like the thought that we're now in other countries, we're an international, I guess, company. So that was really rewarding. I'm sorry, what was the second question?
What are your future plans for 3 Ducks?
So I'm still looking to expand a lot. I want to start traveling to other countries and being able to work with students in person. I was hoping last summer that would have been possible, but COVID, so that made it a little bit more difficult. But hopefully next summer I'll be able to travel overseas and get to work with kids across the world.
That's wonderful.
Thank you.
Well, thank you so much for presenting today.
Thank you.
Really appreciate it.